Crypto here. Thanks for tuning in. All right, as you can see here, 200 million cash handouts, no strings attached, allocated across US as basic income trials come to 24 states. We have 50 states in the United States. 50. Almost half are doing basic income or UBI. They call it basic income, but it's really universal basic income. That's the end game if you guys didn't already know. Now, this is a reality. This is what's going to happen in the future. Once blockchain is implemented across the world through the emerging markets, and then finally the Western countries, United States might be the last player in the game, everyone is going to get a basic income for a living, and it's going to be programmable money. Okay, programmable money that people will be able to use to buy different things. Since it's programmable, they're going to control what you can buy with it, almost like food stamps and things like that, where food stamps or food cards, whatever you want to call it, you can buy food with it, but you can't go to the strip club with it. With this UBI, it might be the same idea, where you can buy certain things because it's programmed. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like when they came out with the EBT and all that stuff, right? It's almost like they foresaw this happening, so they got people used to getting free money and free food through the means of, EBT cards, and now they're moving it towards CBDCs, UBI, basic income. So it says here that the state with the most income trials is California. I'm from California. No biggie. I mean, let's just be real here. We all know what California is up to, okay? I mean, I don't have to say much about that. So they're distributing free money to people in LA County, because they include Compton, right? Long Beach, Mountain View, Oakland, Stockton, even San Diego and San Francisco, okay? Two expensive cities as well to live in. They're getting UBI there too. Now, if you're thinking, I want to get some of that UBI as well, well, keep this in mind. The UBI, or the basic income, is only for certain people that meet an income threshold. You're gonna have to check in your state how it all works. In California, the governor signed a deal where people who sign up for this program are going to get 5 years of guaranteed income, and there's different tiers to it. I'm not going to go over the tiers, you just have to look it up, but pretty much people get $50 a month, others get like 2,000 or something like that every month. Now, as far as the states that have launched or plan to launch this basic income, is right here. You got Alabama, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, New York, New Mexico, Texas. I mean, it's a pretty good list here. 24 states are either going to implement it or are testing it. Washington, New Jersey, Mississippi. 24 states, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't already know, the powers that be, okay, they want to do this. This is part of the fourth industrial revolution. As if you didn't already know, they're coming out with the CBDC. They're working on the CBDC. That's the first step. Once they get the CBDC implemented and people get used to using it, they have fednow, by the way. Once they have the CBDC implemented, they're going to start giving out people this basic income in a CBDC, where you could tap your phone to use it or slide a card. Who's going to deny that? Think about it. If you're getting a free $2,000 for your privacy every month, I'm just throwing out a number out there, a lot of people will jump on that. They'll say, yeah, whatever, I have nothing to hide. That's always something people like to say. I have nothing to hide. They can go ahead and see what I spend my money on. Yeah, but just wait till they turn you off. Because again, it's programmable. You do anything they do not like. Once the social credit comes out, and you do something that the powers that be do not like, they will shut off your wallet. They will shut off your funds. Now you can't do anything. That's end game. That is the end game. Even in England, they're coming out with a universal basic income or basic income. It says here they're going to run this program for 2 years. The participants will be monitored, and they're going to see how it works out for people. Of course, people are going to be happier. You're getting free money. They're going to be a little bit more happier than they already are. You see what I'm saying? So again, this is not just the United States. This is also England, okay? Let me show you guys this as well. This right here I posted on my TikTok the other day, UBI. Here's a little clip about what this dude is saying.
Where will we get the money from in the transitional period to the creative society? In the new economic model, money will be created by a single fund for global financing, which belongs to society and serves its interests. The single fund for global financing will only serve the function of creating and redistributing funds. It will not accumulate money like the funds do today, nor will it make money as the banks do in the consumer model of the economy. There will be no banks in the transitional period to the creative society because there will be no need to keep money because money will be exclusively digital. In fact, there will be no money in the conventional sense of the word. These are just numbers and equivalent for exchange. That's your assets. You can exchange them for something, a product, a service, and so on. The more the economy grows, the more means of exchange, what we now call money, are created.
So you heard it right there. For a universal basic income, meaning the whole world, okay, all the countries, in order for that to happen, they're gonna look into creating a single fund for global financing, which means I don't know who's gonna pay into it, maybe the people, I don't know, but they're gonna pay into it and then it's gonna distribute funds to all citizens of the earth. Okay, which means you're gonna everyone has a cell phone already, so you're gonna get all this money distributed to your phone. Again, blockchain, instantaneously transferred to your phone, programmable money right there that you can use to buy things. They probably give you a few months to spend it. If you don't spend it, it just resets, goes back to zero. Then you'll get your next helping, which means, like he said, there's no need to save the money anymore. You won't be able to save. You won't be able to say, you know what, I'm going to save up $6,000 in 6 months. No, you're just going to get your whatever the number is every month. If you don't use the whole amount, it's just going to get taken away and then redistributed again and again and again. $2,000, whatever that number is. I'm just throwing out 2,000. You're getting 2,000 every so often, every 3 months, let's say, and say you have 1,000 left over. That 1,000 is going to be gone once it resets. They're going to drop you another $2,000 exactly. That 1,000 you didn't use, it's gone forever. Crazy stuff here. And we even got this guy here from the Bank of International Settlements, Augustine Carstens. If you don't know who he is, look him up, but look at what he says here. He's a general manager.
Example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that.
You hear that? The powers that be tell you what is going to happen before it happens. They do not lie. Remember that. They don't lie. Politicians lie, but not in the sense that it's not going to happen. They'll say, oh no, we'll never do that. We'll never take your privacy away. We won't do that. But then later on, what happens? They do it anyway. What I'm getting at is they hint at what's going to happen. Some say it won't happen, but it does happen. That's just what it is. He says here, programmable money that they are going to regulate. So it starts with CBDCs on the country level, and then it's going to elevate to a universal CBDC. Kind of like euros. You got to think about euros. Euros are used all through Europe, right? Africa's working on their own African currency for the whole continent as well. All right. So imagine now, once all those countries do that, and then they take this gentleman's idea of a single fund, every continent has their own CBDC, and then it all goes through that single fund to fund the whole globe. Of course, it's more complicated than the way I'm making it seem, but I'm sure it's more complicated than what I'm making it seem, but that's like the end game at the end of the day. You just got to keep your eyes open. Then we look at this guy here.
And the one final note,
World Economic Forum. Okay, check this out.
I will make is that if you think about the benefits of digital money, there are huge potential gains. It's not just about digital forms of physical currency. You can have programmability, units of central bank currency with expiry dates. You could have, as I argue in my book, a potentially better and some people might see it, or a darker world where the government decides that units of central bank money can be used to purchase some things, but not other things that it
Exactly. Programmable money that the central bank controls, and they can tell you what to spend it on and what not to spend it on. China already has that. They have a social credit system, kind of like a credit score in the United States. If it's too low, you can't ride trains, you can't rent e-bikes, you can't get a hotel, you can't even take a flight because your social credit score is low, so your money's no good. You see what I'm saying? That's how China is operating right now. And they do have a CBDC as well. They already ran many trials with it. It's already out there. The digital yuan is in China. A lot of people do use it. I can't tell you how many really use it, but again, we're already in a society now where we tap phones to pay for things. So I'm sure a lot of people use CBD, the digital yuan, out in China. So this right here is the end game, ladies and gentlemen. That's how CBDCs tie into what's going to happen in the future. This is how it all ties in. It starts with stable coins adoption, where people learn about stable coins slowly. PayPal, if you didn't already know, PayPal came out with its own stable coin. How many users does PayPal have? Let's see. Let's just look it up just for fun. PayPal has 435 million users, global, aged 14 and above. Okay, 435 people right here. So keep that in mind. They came out with a stable coin. Even if, I don't know, 10% of that, let's say 10% of the users decide to use the stable coin, that's 4 million. What is it? I can't even count, guys. I'm just saying, that is 43 million people are going to be using the stable coin. What's US population? 333 million. I mean, that's still a big chunk, and that's just United States. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. PayPal are going to have people using their stable coin. It's a lot of people that are going to be using it, probably to buy crypto or just to have it, to try it a few transactions. Some people are going to just be using it, and it's blockchain technology. That's what people aren't understanding about it. It is blockchain technology, which means everything you do is recorded. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you use this PYUSD, the PayPal token, stablecoin, to purchase things, there is going to be a record of it, not only in your PayPal account, but also on the blockchain. So if you decide to, I don't know, buy something weird on the internet, I don't know, whatever you do, say you decide to go into the dark web and use this to buy something, they're going to have that record. If you get caught, all they got to do is log into your PayPal, look at that, that address, that Ethereum address, the wallet, see where it went to, and then call it a day. Hey man, we see you bought it here. That's what it is. I mean, that's the world we're going to live in, ladies and gentlemen. The powers that be give you little bits of what they're going to do, so people get used to it. Once they get used to it, they then implement it, because more people are going to be like, I already use it anyway. Again, 40 million people use, 400 and whatever that number was of PayPal, a bunch of people are users. Again, if only 40 million, 10% use this, that's 40 million people, right, that are going to be like, I'm cool with stable coins. I'll get the CBDC. Can I use it with my PayPal? Oh, great. I can swap and switch between the two. That's great. I'll definitely use it. I have no problem. I have nothing to hide. That's what everybody always says. I have nothing to hide. I don't care if the government watches me. CBDCs. I've been talking about it all for a minute now, because that is the future. Of course, I can sit here like the rest of these YouTubers and talk about this token's gonna moon, this token's gonna moon, that token's gonna moon. Oh, this is gonna buy into here. It bottomed out. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But let's be real. The fourth industrial revolution is where it's at. That's just where it's at. In my opinion, that's what people should pay more attention to. By knowing this information, I believe you can invest better anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because you see where everything is going towards. If you were into stocks, who knows? PayPal, they may do great because of the PYUSD in the long term. You see what I'm saying? Just news like this just in my opinion, makes you better investors than just listening to some guy on the screen saying, buy this, it may moon, it may do this, it may do that. It's fine and dandy, but I'm more of a hodler anyway. I buy and hold. I don't day trade too much. Get what I'm saying? But I'm going off topic. Either way, man, crypto's here to stay no matter what they say. Get those bags. Like, sub, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here.